Welcome to our Loctite webinar today for industrial repair, maintenance, and repair. And today, this webinar series, our topic is about Loctite Protective Coating Solutions. And I'm here. I'm the MC today, and we have our presenter. We have Kim with us today. So without further ado, let us proceed to the agenda today. Okay, there will be 4 topics today. So first will be why we need protective coating. Followed by common coating issue that we're facing. And third will be introductions of Loctite product on protective coating. We'll be covering 4 products today. And lastly will be our Q&A session. So I believe you all have already seen there is actually a chat box on your right hand side of the screen. There's a Q&A session. So throughout the whole webinar, if you have any questions, feel free to key in your questions, and during this session we will try to attend all your questions accordingly. So let's just proceed.
Thank you, for your introductions. I think today's topic is quite important for those people or engineer that is working in this heavy industry. For example, like this oil and gas industry, cement and steel industry, or even like this power generation industry. The reason because this such industry actually using quite extreme operating parameter to do their daily manufacturing process, and this extreme operating parameter is one of the reasons why equipments or structure fail along the time. And back to your questions, why we need these protective coatings? Of course, the main reason is we like to limit the exposure of the metal toward this corrosive substance. For example, like this acidic fumes, oxygen and water, aggressive chemical, and by limiting this substance toward the metals, we're actually able to mitigate the corrosion damage. And one of the most point for this coating is by having this coating, we're able to improve the asset aesthetic. Like I don't know, previously before this pandemic lockdown, do you have any opportunity to visit any plants? And if you have managed to visit a plant, if you found that the plant is having a rusty or rundown equipment, like the first picture in this slide, how do you think?
Of course, Kim, if I come across such customer, first of all, I felt very uncomfortable. That's the first image. And of course, it will be lack of confidence on the service and the product provided by this customer. That's right.
Okay. I do agree, because whenever we go to visit this kind of plant and having see this plant with this rundown or lack of maintenance equipment, we really have a doubt whether they really took care on their product quality or their service. And another point why this coating is very important is by having this protective coating, actually cleaner or technician have a much easier process to do their cleanings throughout these production periods. And based on my seems that we have some difficulty on the technical side. So based on my simple knowledge and also experience on these coatings, actually I found that there are 3 main reasons why this coating failed along the time. And of course, the first reason is this improper coating solution and also technologies. I mean, just like sometimes we actually using the wrong solution or wrong method toward a wrong process. Of course, we will get unreliable solutions along the times.
Kim, I know that coating technology is not simple as we thought, but one question I would like to ask here is that do Henkel offer such solution, or Henkel just purely supply the product itself, or you do also provide some solutions, some maybe consultant on all these coating solution?
All right, I mean, this is a very good question, because in Henkel, actually, we are not just solely focused on our product itself, but we focus also on the solution or the right method to deliver to our customers. So that, because we know that certain product, even this is a good product, if you are using in the wrong way or consider in the wrong directions, eventually this will result in a bad situation or bad result for your overall projects or maintenance. And every time when we do like this coating applications, actually there got a certain factor or things that we need to consider. And let me show you a very simple illustrations to see what are the things that we need to consider along the project for these coatings.
All right.
And you can see that in these very simple illustrations, I've divided the coating projects into two main parts: this external coating application and also internal coating application. And of course, external applications, coating application, we need to consider the location of the coating itself. Okay. And another thing is the costing of the projects. When I say costing of the project, we can't just solely focus on this costing of the material itself. We also need to consider not only this one, we also need to consider, for example, the labor that require for these applications, the time duration for these projects, the quantity of the coatings for this project, because all these aspects actually will contribute into your overall project cost. And if we're able to find a much coating that using a lesser quantity but yet get a same result with the conventional coating application, this actually will help you to save a huge cost for your project itself. All right. So for another situation, which is this internal coating application, we need to consider this medium, these applications, and also the parameter. So I'll give you a very simple example. For example, this internal pipeline coating applications. Of course, the first thing we need to know that what kind of liquid or what kind of medium that is this pipeline is for. Is it normal water? Is it like hydrocarbons or aggressive chemical, or even like sometimes in the pipeline you got these fine particles or solid particles that will cause abrasions along the systems. And besides that, we also need to consider that how high the temperature, the pressure, and also the flow rate, because all these things actually will influence or will affect the performance of the coating itself.
All right, thank you, Kim, for sharing this coating selections considerations. So personally for me, I think external coating is a very straightforward, I would say, just like our normal painting. But just something interesting come into my mind is this internal pipeline coating, Kim. So mind you further explain to us on this one, because I understand that internal coating is something quite challenging. So are you saying that Henkel have solution and technology for this?
I mean, I do agree that what you say just now. I mean, like internal pipeline coating application is not easy because most of the time we are unable to access the inner side of the pipeline itself. But I tell you, fortunately in Henkel, we have this right equipments, right applicator, and also the right product for this. So focus on this application itself. And if you and the audience here today got interest on this particular application for this internal pipeline coating applications, feel free to contact us after this webinar so that we can have a very detailed discussion on these particular applications. Okay, so the next reason why this coating failed is, of course, the cyclic change of the parameter within the system. And of course, the third reason will be the failure of the surface preparation for the project itself.
All right, Kim. For these surface preparations, actually, I even myself come across some questions from even our customer, saying that it's very difficult to achieve the ideal surface preparation as mentioned at our TDS or technical data sheet. So, Kim, maybe you should share to us how can we overcome these situations?
All right, it's true because in this actual situation or actual project, I mean, it's really difficult for us to get whatever surface profile or surface cleanness that this what technical data sheet is looking for because of certain limitation, probably because of the surface is too big, or the project site itself have this need to minimize the hot work so that they can't do so much of grinding process. So in order for us to mitigate this issue, of course, the first thing we need to have is, if possible, we need to have this supporting product. For example, like this LOCTITE rust converter, because by using this kind of product, we're able to provide a much favorable surface or substrate for our coating itself, for the to get a much better bonding. And the second thing is we need to make sure our coating itself, or this coating product itself, have a very strong bonding or strong adhesion toward the substrates, so that they can form a very strong bonding and exhibit this strong pull force against this substrate itself. So based on these 2 points that I mentioned, let me introduce you the first product for today webinar. And you can see from this slide, this is actually our Henkel Polypoxy PS. So this product is actually used for external coating applications. And the PS actually meant for is polysulfide modified epoxy resin. And this polysulfide is actually a type of polymer that able to withstand this mild chemical attacks. And also it is flexible. Flexible property is actually very important for external coating application, because whenever we do this external coatings, actually most of the time we were involved in a very huge surface area, and along the time the substrate or the metal might expand or relax because of this. And if your body's coating is rigid, it unable to flux according to this substrate, and it will crack on that particular place and form a weak point and eventually form this premature failure. Okay, so by having this flexible property, the coating able to flex accordingly and will form a very reliable coating along the time. Okay, so this polypoxy also show enhanced adhesions on many different types of substrate, even including this rusted and also damp surface. Okay, and besides that, Polypoxy PS also show extremely good thermal shock resistant and also UV resistant. That's why this is one of the good product for us to use in these external coating applications. And Polypoxy PS also use single coating solution, because actually, in normal conventional market polypoxy, they use 3-coat solution, which actually include this primer, mid coat,
Top coat.
also top coat. Yes, you are right. So because but Polypoxy PS just using single coat for this application, and we actually able to reduce this overall labor force and save your time, and also save your this labor cost, and eventually save the project cost. And last but not least, this Polypoxy PS also show a quite competitive price when it comes to conventional epoxy coatings.
Thank you, Kim, for giving us this very brief introduction for our Henkel Polypoxy PS. So, Kim, now I have one question. So let's say that I have a surface that are rusted. Can I apply this Polypoxy PS directly, or do we need something like a rust converter? Yeah. Do you have any case study to share to our audience today?
Can. Probably I will answer your questions by sharing you one project that actually we have done previously. Okay, so you can see that this is actually a tank vessel from one of our clients, which is in this steel industry. So you can see this vessel is actually quite rusted, because previously they are actually using it's not so reliable coating solutions. And whenever we know these issues, so we introduce our clients to use this Polypoxy PS. So of course, before we do any coatings projects, of course, the first thing we need to do this surface preparation by removing this loose rust and also this heavy spot rust from the surface itself. Okay, so later for this case, because the surface area is quite big, so we'll use this LOCTITE rust converter to do the conversion of this rust into this inert surface, form a much favorable surface for our Polypoxy PS.
Kim, I saw this in the slide, LOCTITE rust converter, you show this word optional. So does it mean it's not a compulsory thing? Yeah, mind if you further explain on this? Yeah.
Yes, it's true, because this rust converter is actually optional, because if you have a very big surface area and you have very huge difficulty when doing this surface prep, because huge surface sometimes you really need to spend a lot of time for this surface prep. So probably, we recommend our client to use this rust converter to do the surface preparation. And probably I'll because this rust converter is quite not so common around this market. Probably I can share you a very simple video so that you can see the potential of this rust converter on these coating applications.
All right, cool.
Oh, okay. Probably got some difficulty. I mean, some technical issue on this video.
Yeah,
But
so maybe while we enjoying this video, Kim, you do some explanations on the video itself. Yeah.
okay, no problem. I mean, you can see that this video just now. You can see now actually they have actually start do this coating on this rusted plate. So actually, the application for this rust converter is actually pretty straightforward. So whenever you got this rusted metal, of course, first thing first, you can make a much favorable surface preparation by just coating. And after this 3 minutes of these applications, you can see this the plate actually convert the rust, or what we know as iron oxide, into this inert black surface, or what we know as this iron phosphate. Right, you can see. Okay, so this is the result after 1 minute, and then you can see after 3 minutes the rust will totally converted, and this actually form a quite favorable surface for the polypoxy. Okay, and later we will show a simple comparison of this metal plate, this rusted metal plate, using rust converter and without using rust converter for this salt spray test. All right. Okay, you can see that actually by using this rust converter, the corrosion is actually negligible after a long term of this testing. All right, so you can see in this table, it's actually this is the simple test that I mentioned just now. So at the right hand side of this table, I mean the left hand side of this table is actually the plate without using this rust converter, and the right hand side of this plate is actually using the rust converter. Okay. Right. One moment. Okay, so you can see after 2 days of the testing of this salt spray test, you can see without using the rust converter, they got slight rust stain, this X mark around the plate already. And after 10 days, the rust stain is even obvious, and one of the plate actually need to stop the experiment because the rust is too severe already. Okay, and for the other case, if using this rust converter, you see actually after 10 days of the salt spray test, can't see any corrosion stain on top of the plate. So by having this rust converter coat on this rusted surface, we're able to form, I need to emphasize again, we will form this favorable surface for this polypoxy PS. And then after that, you can see after that we can just coat this polypoxy PS on top of this rust converter, and it forms this glossy surface. And actually up until today, the coating is remain there without any obvious drippings.
All right, yeah, Kim. So I believe audience and myself also have a very clear picture with this case study and the video just now. I think all of us have a very clear picture on this Henkel polypoxy, also the Loctite rust converter. Yeah. So without wasting any time, let's us proceed to our second product of the day. Yeah. So yeah, as you can see from the slide, yeah, the second product is a Loctite PC7227 Loctite Brushable Ceramic. Yeah, Kim, I know that this product are suitable for palm applications. Yeah, Mike, if you share, tell us more about this product.
All right. So probably just now you got see the video, then you can see the importance of this coating in these palm housing protective applications. So the reason why we use this Loctite PC7227 for this palm coating application is we want to improve, or we want to protect the palm housings. And why we choose this product for this kind of application? The reason is because this coating is actually a ceramic reinforced coatings, and this product is actually designed to protect the surface against the turbulence and also liquid abrasions.
All right.
And the coating actually shows a quite glossy and also smooth surface, and this brushable ceramic able to do minor resurfacing for the equipment surface itself. And I'll show you a very simple case study that actually we have done for this thumb repair applications. So you can see actually in this slide, you can see the pump housing actually is quite damaged because of this turbulence or liquid turbulence by this river water. So of course, before we do any coating for using this brushable ceramic, we need to do this structural repair by using our Loctite EA3478 first. Okay, or what we know as this Loctite superior metal. Okay, so after we restore back the shape of this pump housing, we'll just top coat our Loctite brushable ceramic on top of the pump housing, and you can see it's actually provide a very glossy finishings for the pump housing and able to improve pump efficiency for the plant itself.
Yeah, I saw from the picture. It's look new. So Kim, I actually saw that we have this brushable ceramic sample with us today. So Mike, if you share a simple demo on how we can apply this coating.
Sure, no problem.
Okay.
Good. So, okay. Let me grab the glove first before using this coating. So actually, this brushable ceramic is actually is a very pretty straightforward product. So whenever you purchase this brushable ceramic, you have the box will give you this the resin part and also the hardener part for the product itself. Okay.
Kim, may I know what is the mixing ratio for this?
All right, the mixing ratio actually for the resin is actually 2.75 part for the volume mixing and 1 part for the hardener side.
Okay.
All right. So of course, the first thing first we need to do some slight mixing on the resin itself. Okay. So I will take 2.75 part first. All right. Let's see. Okay.
So this is the hardener.
So this is the hardener. So I will take 1 part of hardener and do a simple mixing for this product. That's the brush. All right. Okay. So I do the simple mixing for this product first. So once we see the mixture is mixed evenly, we can actually directly coat into our substrate itself. And today actually I'll use this towel as demonstration purpose. Of course, in any type of application, the first thing first we need to do is we need to do some simple cleaning first. So in this case, I will just use our most conventional Loctite cleaner, which is this Loctite SF7063. All right. Okay. So once you make sure that the coating, the surface is quite clean, then you can directly put brushable ceramic on top of the surface itself. Okay. So normally, the coating itself will have the one coating of this brushable ceramic normally will achieve approximate this 200 to 250 micron, and normally we will recommend our client to do 2 coats, which is approximate 400 to 500 micron of this thickness. And the curing time for this product is actually is approximate 6 hours, but in tropical country like in Malaysia, we just probably we need like 4 hours to 5 hours. The reason is because the much higher temperature in Malaysia is actually will help to accelerate the curing time also. All right. Okay. All right. So you can see, and don't worry if you have this, for example, like over thickness in certain place, because this product actually has this what we known as self-leveling properties. So along the time, it will try to disperse itself evenly across the system. Okay, so because of the time constraint for this product, because like what I said just now, this product require nearly 4 to 5 hours to cure. So previously we actually have done one plate for this this coating, and you can see this is the finishing of this the surface itself. Okay, so you can see this. I mean from the point of view, this coating is glossy, or
looks very smooth and glossy. Yeah.
Okay, so like what I say just now, I mean this coating is actually quite abrasive resistant because of this ceramic and also silicone carbide filling inside within the systems. Okay, so let me do a very simple demo. I'm using this metal plate. I'm using this metal plate. I mean, or probably you want to try it.
Yeah, can I try?
Probably you try it first. I mean, you try to scratch, do some scratching on this plate to see whether it will scratch along with your this scratching.
Yeah, I can see that the.
I mean, your scratching is really too gentle.
Okay.
It's really too gentle.
Right.
It's really, let me show you. So you can see that, I mean the plate after the scratching of this using this metal plate, I don't know. What I see here is, I mean, the scratching is, after the scratching, the coating looks still quite good and quite smooth after my scratchings.
All right.
I don't know what's your thing.
Yeah, it's really good for this abrasion resistance.
Yes, the reason is actually, I mean, why this coating is able to withstand this kind of abrasion or these simple scratchings is, of course, the filling of the coating itself. Okay, I mean, inside this coating we got this like what I said, we got this ceramic filling and also the silicone carbide fillings, and this is actually these two substances is actually pretty robust and hard in the mineral worlds.
Okay.
So by having this filling, these things inside the coating, you'll have a very abrasive resistant coating itself.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, once again, thank you, Kim, for your this demonstration of our LOCTITE brushable ceramic. So now come to our third product of the day. Yeah, so I can see this LOCTITE PC7337 LOCTITE, also known as LOCTITE anti-stick coating. Yeah. So Kim, this anti-stick coating, this term sounds very familiar. Can I say that it's actually the same technology with the anti-stick pen that we found in our kitchen?
Yes, I mean you are right to have this kind of mindset. I mean, this LOCTITE PC7337, or what we know as this LOCTITE anti-stick coating, actually using the same concept as what you say this anti-stick pen. The reason why this coating have this anti-stick property is because it has this ultra smooth low surface energy finishings, and this finishing or this anti-stick coating able to provide the coating to have a much better abrasion when compared to other type of different conventional coating itself. Okay, so we normally use this coating for protection of the surface against the sticking of these fine particles. Just like when we cook when you cook in the kitchens, you try to prevent our eggs or our fish to stick on the pans itself, so that whenever your wife or you yourself clean the pans, you are much easier cleaning process. Yes. Okay, so of course by having this much easier cleaning process for your equipment itself, actually you can save a lot of time for your cleaning maintenance, and eventually improve this overall productivity in your plant.
Correct.
Okay, so I mean, as usual, of course, I know that you of course need me to show some case study. And you can see that in this slides, this is a picture of this fan impeller. So this fan impeller is actually used in this cement industry, where the productions or the factory move the cement powder from one point to another point. So actually along the time, the cement powder is actually tend to stick on this fan impeller, and it will form this solid build-up. So the solid build-up actually will affect the performance of this fan impeller, which will cause this fan impeller to have a much energy consumption and reduce the overall efficiency for the equipment itself. And once we know about this issue from our clients, we actually introduce them this Loctite PC7337, and you can see after this coating of this product, the solid build-up is actually been eliminated. Then, and this technician of the cement plant actually did not do the cleaning. No need to do this cleaning of this fan impeller again. And actually, this actually improve a lot on their overall productivity for their plants, and because their technician actually can have some time, more time to do other stuff, which actually have a much higher efficiency for their plant itself.
All right, so yeah, thank you, Kim, for this simple case study sharing. So let's just move on our next product. Yeah, so before I'll talk about this LOCTITE PC9660, which is the last product that we're going to introduce today. So let me do a simple summary. So first we have this Henkel Polypoxy. Yeah, it's for external coating. Then we have a brushable ceramic for pump applications. Yeah, and just now we have this anti-stick coating, yeah, to prevent the fine particles, yeah, from sticking it on our equipment. Yeah, and now lastly we come to our last product of today's webinar, which is a LOCTITE PC9660, also known as a LOCTITE MAXICOAT. Yeah, so Kim, I saw you highlighted the word temporary coating. Yeah, so mind you explain and talk to our audience, yeah, more about this product.
Okay, I mean, you are very good, because this one of the key points for this MAXICOAT is this temporary coating, which means that once you coat this MAXICOAT on top of a surface, you actually can remove the coating by using these scrubbing cleaners. And this MAXICOAT is actually part of this petroleum-based waxy coating, which we use to prevent the rusting or corrosion effect on our metal structure itself. Okay, and once this MAXICOAT dry off along the time, it actually does not melt in sunlight and able to withstand this salt spray and also this severe corrosion environments. Okay, so this product, you can see this product is actually very useful for those people that actually purchase a huge amount of spare part or metal spare parts, and kept in their storage yards or fabrication yards. And previously, actually, we got one client that purchased a huge amount of this part elbow, as what you see in this slide. Okay, so without any protection for their part elbow, along the time, the part elbow is actually deteriorate or because of this rusting effects. So once we know about this issue, we introduce them this MAXICOAT for their corrosion protections. And whenever they require, once they do this coating of this MAXICOAT, whenever they require, they just remove the coating by using this. In this case, they are using this LOCTITE SF7611, or what we know as this pro strength cleaners. So they just remove this MAXICOAT and they will do whatever color code that their customer, clients, or even their subsidiary request based on their own requirements. And actually, the whole process actually will help them to actually improve the overall productivity and actually reduce the scrap cost.
All right, so yeah, thank you, Kim, for sharing us on this case study for our last product today. Yeah, so before we move into our Q&A session, you all can see there's I would say one very interesting and beautiful slide here. Yeah, product sales sheet. Yeah, we do have this product sales sheet and also brochure, as you can see from the slide. Yeah, so if any of you interested on getting all this sales sheet, yes, you are very lucky. You can straight away email us and request on the sales sheet or even the brochure you want. Yeah, you can see there's an email at the bottom, adhesive-my@henkel.com, or you can even email Kim directly. That's his email at the bottom part. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Right. So Okay, so without further ado, let us move to our last session of the day, which is the Q&A sessions. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, let me have a look on the questions first.
Sure, no problem. We'll try to answer all your questions or all your doubt in today's sessions.
Okay, Kim, there is one question. Yeah, the protective coating products are replacement or supplement to painting?
Okay, so when we say painting, coating is actually part of the painting. Okay, so whenever we do this painting or this protective coating, we need to make sure that, for example, even your house wall is actually under protective coating. This paint is under protective coating. But what kind of product you choose for that particular application? Now that is the question that actually you need to think about. Okay, of course, in your house you can just use normal painting, or if you have a much better budget, you can have a UV resistant painting. But in industry applications, because different parameter or different condition will let the system to have a meeting different these problems. That's why whenever we do this coating selections, we need to consider all these things, and then to do this the product to this coating product selections.
Okay, thank you, Kim. So now we have another question from Joshua. How high temperature can be used for Loctite PC7227?
All right, for this Loctite PC7227, the temperature, the maximum temperature will reach application temperature is 120 degrees Celsius. But if you are looking for example, if you're looking a much higher temperature application, for example, like 150, 180, or even 200, we actually got another grade of brushable ceramic, known as this high temperature brushable ceramics, which the temperature can reach up to 288 degrees Celsius. Okay.
Kim, I think because of your interesting demo just now, there's a lot of question about this brushable ceramic.
Okay.
Yeah, so I have one more question here regarding this brushable ceramic. Yeah, so this audience actually asking, the brushable ceramic coating is to be coated internally. Will this flake upon high pressure or over time and accumulate downstream?
Okay.
Very interesting questions.
No. Short answer is no, because brushable ceramic actually have a very good adhesions across this.
You mean this one, right?
Yes. And then we will cause adhesion across adhesion. Of course, I know that along the time the coating might wear off little by little along the time, but it won't flake like what you mentioned. I mean, it won't like suddenly one day a big piece of the coating just flake, except you're doing wrong on the application itself. So we most of the time when you use this not only Loctite product, I mean, we highly recommend you to approach our authorized applicator or distributor, because they are the one got access to us, so that we can consult them the right way to do or to work and use this product itself.
Yeah, so Kim here is trying to say that not even the right product. Yeah, using the right method to apply our product, yeah, is also very important. Yeah. Oh, one more question. Can the ceramic coating be applied externally? Will it withstand regular external environment such as direct sunlight and UV?
Short answer again, yes, it can withstand. We actually got do UV testing for using for this brushable ceramic. But that's why I say we recommend you to use Polypoxy PS for this external application. Okay, because the reason is because brushable ceramic is quite rigid. It's quite rigid. So whenever you use in a very big surface area, but for these brushable ceramics, what we're afraid is along the times it might cracks because the things is too rigid. So for me, if big surface, I recommend you to use Polypoxy PS. If small surface, you can use Polypoxy PS or these brushable ceramics. Okay.
Okay, so yeah, next questions will be on the anti-stick coating. Yeah, so this audience are actually asking, can PC7337 anti-stick coating be used in hydrocarbon environment? The fan we use may have grease. Will it affect the coating?
No, I mean, sorry, what I mean, the grease is on the substrate itself or on the coating itself. I mean, if the grease is on the substrate itself, of course, but like what I said just now, whenever we do any coating application, of course, we need to do proper surface preparations or using glass component, these kind of things. But if what you mentioned is whether that this anti-stick coating is compatible with this greasing or hydrocarbon, then this is no problem. It's proven already.
Okay, so Kim, actually I saw few audience are asking these questions. How many time or how long do we need to recoat the MAXICOAT, the temporary coating that we mentioned just now?
Okay, if you refer back to these technical data sheets, normally we recommend you to recoat the MAXICOAT after this 6 months. Okay, because along the time probably the coating might thin because of this rainy or this sunlight effects. So we recommend you to use to recoat MAXICOAT in after 6 months. Okay.
Oh, so after it's always advised to be recoat after 6 months.
Yes.
All right. Yeah. So we have one more question over here from Elaine. Yeah. May I know LOCTITE Protective Coating, is it suitable for food industry?
Okay. If brushable ceramic, actually brushable ceramic have this certification for this what we know as NSF or what we know as this potable water. But for other products, like for example this anti-stick coating, MAXICOAT, or even this polypoxy, at current stage we do not have any food approval for this coating. But for brushable ceramic, yes, you can use it.
Oh, for brushable you can use it for the food industry.
Alright.
Yeah, there's one more question on this. Yeah, you already answered it. They basically this audience was asking 7337, is it comply to food safety regulations? So you already answered it, Kim. Yeah. So let me check. Is there any
probably in future if we manage to get the food approval for this other type of product, of course we will update accordingly so that the other industry also got this opportunity to use this kind of product also.
Yeah, I just saw one questions. How many time we need to wait for the surface to dry? Maybe let me answer these questions lah. So basically you're asking that what are the curing time?
Yes.
Yeah. So actually for this audience actually we have many kind of products so it's actually very subjective, depends on the product and the technology. Yeah, that's why it's always best that you maybe you can check with us first, or you can email Kim, or even like Kim mentioned just now, you can contact our local authorized distributors or applicators first. Yeah, before on your applying all these are our products. Yeah.
True.
Kim, there's no questions left. So maybe can you proceed to the next slide?
All right.
Yeah, so once again, yeah, it's already come to our ending of our today webinar. So first of all, I would say very thank you, for Kim, and also your audience, for your time joining us. Also here is, you can see from the slide, we have a Kim contact number and email address. If you have any questions regarding MRO, you can contact him. And also not to forget that if you like our sessions or interested, next week. Okay, same day, same time. We have one more LOCTITE webinar sessions for MRO. The topic will be the LOCTITE structural rebuilding solutions. Same on Wednesday, 10 o'clock in the morning. So if you're interested, just feel free to join us. So once again, thank you everyone. Thank you, Kim.
Yes,
so we'll see you next week.
Yes, and one more thing, if you're interested on this case study or the applications, I mean, feel free to find me so that I can share some of the example to you so that you will understand more on the product itself. Okay. All right. That's all. So see you next week.
Yes. Thank you.
Stay safe. Bye bye.